I'm one of the co-founders of the company called Flagship Biotech International. It started in 2009. So we are three co-founders. We have two other directors with me. And this is a pharmaceutical company, okay? At the outset, before embarking on my story, I would like to tell you that I'm not here to prove the superiority of entrepreneurship over employment. That means for business over doing a job. Secondly, I'm also not here to tell you the formula for success, because I believe success is not a one-time event or a one-time experience, but it's an ongoing journey of progress. If there is a progress in your life, you're moving towards success. If you understand the way multinationals work, because I'm from a multinational background, they have a set system of working. So in the pharmaceutical field, when a big multinational gives or it distributes medicines around the globe, it has set parameters and set ways of doing things. The guys or our clients who used to buy from us, they posed certain challenges in front of us. This was the challenge. Is it possible to supply medicines that are world-class quality, but at a very affordable, approachable price, in small quantities, with faster delivery times? So 4 impossible. We did an exercise that let's validate this, okay? So we kept thinking about it, about whether this is possible. We went back to the supply chain and we got back. We kept discussing this and we got back and we felt it is possible. We felt that this is possible. So, but we didn't take the plunge of becoming an entrepreneur. I mean, I didn't take the plunge, or we didn't take the plunge of becoming an entrepreneur right away, okay? So what we did is, we went back to our different clients globally, and we told them that if we make this possible, then would it be possible for you to support us? Yes, why can't we support you? So we got good response from our clients. They said, yes, we will provide the seed capital for you. Our business is suffering because we are aligned to the multinationals from whom we do not get this service that we are looking for, the 4-step service. If you can give me this, or if you can give us this, then we are in. So we felt, yes, we can do it. But the entrepreneurship is combining innovation with risk for enhancement of financial return. That's the classical definition. So there is an innovation here. There is a way of doing this, okay? But the point is, are we ready to take the risk? So we know how to do it, but can you take the risk was the point. We took a calculated risk with 3 of us. So we said, ek karke chhodte hain. We leave one by one. And we did that. And we started off in my partner's flat. He made his office, his bedroom his office, and he was working from there. So from that, we brought a small office in Airoli. Then we moved to a bigger office, and we rented out warehouses for that. And we kept moving, we kept moving. Now we have completed 9 years with this thought process. And we are aligned to a very fast growth. This, I feel, has come about due to many factors. So now my story may look like, wonderful, I'm going to do this. But there have been a lot of challenges, and this has come about due to many factors. First, as I said, entrepreneurship is combining innovation with risk to enhance financial return. I've tweaked it a little bit. So in my case, I define entrepreneurship like this: combining innovation with risk to enhance financial return or while adding value to the world you live in. And somehow down the line, we have understood one thing, that every business is a living being. Every business is like a living organism. The promoters maybe would be the heart. They are the guys who pump and give life to the business. And all the people, the managers, the presidents, the departments are like the brain, the lungs, the eyes, the hands and feet. There's an important component we forget, and that is the blood that keeps all these organs running. What do you think the blood is? The blood is cash, the amount of cash available in your system. Now, when I posed this question to a lot of others, they said the blood that makes your business work is the sales. I said, no. If the sales is high, but the profit is negligible, then you're in charity. If the sales is high, profit is high, but the money is still not collected, it is in the market, then you are actually having no money in your company. If the sales is high, profit is high, collection is also high, but your expenses are sky high, all that money would be drained off. Therefore, high sales, high profit, high collection, optimum expenses gives a good cash reserve. But that's not enough. That's not enough. 30% of progress is with the mind. So it's important, and it's the first step for your mind to be charged up, for you to be aware, to have the understanding. The next 20% of progress comes in planning, putting that mind onto the paper. The next 20%, which also many people do, but still you're just at the average level. And that's what I feel many businesses fail. Because you have a fantastic plan, you have a fantastic sense of awareness, very high motivation, but you have reached 50%. What is the other 50? The other 50 in this war or this battle is execution. Practically, that's another game, or that's another world altogether. You might have the fantastic plan, but when you try to execute it, you keep failing. You just feel that your motivation was not enough, that your planning was not enough, whatever it is. But execution is the key. And I feel that this is the age of partnerships. This is not the age of absolute ownership. If you want to execute it, get the expert. Try to find those guys who have done it. Try to find those guys who know how to do it, rather than trying to battle it all yourself. It's better to have a slice of the melon rather than having an entire grape. You have an entire grape and you have a slice of a melon, it's better to have a slice of a melon. So even if you engage in partnerships that would involve distributing your finance, diluting your finances, fine, no worries. But you are in the right fray of execution. Execution is where you need to really, fight the battles out. And there you need experts, you need partnerships, you need people who have walked that way before, more or less, to take you through.
You said that 30% the whole thing is mind. So what is that exactly, if you can tell a little in detail?
The best trainers in the mind game are here, mustard seed. So they can create a good awareness. They can give you the reasons why you should do the thing you're doing. Okay? And that is very important. It's the first step, very critical. So if our mind is not having a positive outlook, a change in thought process, we are stuck where we are. Okay? That's about basically conditioning your mind towards moving from what you were to what you are. So, and this should be a progressive step, but it will not stop there if you do not take the next step of planning and execution.
When you began, three people started off, right? One left and when the other two thought of coming. I'm not really sure if you are really lucky if you didn't reach this stage where you are like, we don't think it's working out. There are lots of issues. We don't know what to do. You get stuck at one point in time where, again, you need to rethink whether you still want to continue with that thing or you choose to go back. At that point of time, a lot of people get stuck. We youngsters, we are still new in the industry or business or whatever we are doing. What would you suggest for them? Like, how would you tell them to not lose hope and continue or figure things out? Because a lot of times there is overconfidence as well. How do you know that?
So you need a team to work with. So you need founders and co-founders. So if you are all alone, it's a bit difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's difficult given the challenging times we are in. So if you have a co-founder or if you have people, co-directors with complementary strengths, that's good. But when you spoke about failures that you have, it's how you view it. Is a failure the end, or is it a stepping stone to something else? So it's like that. So is it a opportunity or a stumbling block? So it's like that. I have seen in entrepreneurship or in doing businesses from a startup to growing slowly, these three questions will keep haunting you. Whether you are sufficiently convinced, whether you have put that, that's what I spoke about, whether you have put that conviction into paper, and have you executed it well. If you have done it, I don't see any reason why you should fail. Because this is how the world moves. But if you feel you can do it all by yourself, then there is a problem. If you're sufficiently convinced and if you have a good plan and you're failing, that means you're not executing it well. You're trying to do things yourself or the wrong way. You need guys who can help you to execute. If you find this right blend, I see no reason why you should fail.